these are the top 5 places to live in South Carolina. Now, if you got here, you're here because you're searching for a different place to live, or maybe you just want to know more about South Carolina. So my number 5 place to be in South Carolina is Columbia. Columbia is the capital of the state, and it's located in pretty much the middle of South Carolina. You're only about an hour and a half south of the Greenville upstate. You're not quite in the low country, which is down towards Charleston. Really, what you have in Columbia is a well-established city that has been well laid out. Now, in comparison to some other cities in the South, I will say that it is gridded out. So you can actually go and drive the city and know where you're going just because it is laid out on city blocks. There's other things in Columbia, such as the state capitol building, the museums, just overall the rich history of our state is portrayed in Columbia. And there's so many other things too, such as the zoo that's in Columbia is definitely a place that you'll want to go visit, as well as the Riverwalk area. Getting outside is just a thing you do in South Carolina. Now, there are some drawbacks to Columbia. I-20 and I-26 intersect right there at Columbia, and it's known as Malfunction Junction. Being there, driving it, I agree. It's hard to drive. There's a lot of older buildings and older areas. And then it has a terrible nickname, the armpit of the state. The area is a little bit lower income. Average housing prices, though, are in your mid 300s. Like, that is a pro to the area, but some things to watch out for. Now, outside of Columbia, there are some very nice suburbs, such as Lexington, Conway, Irmo, all of these different suburbs of Columbia that are definitely worth looking into. So number 4 is Rock Hill. It's a smaller area, but the really cool thing is it's close to Charlotte. So for you guys that want to be much closer to a very large city, perfect location. You've got a great cost of living as well as lower taxes, and I would consider it a suburb of Charlotte, but you also have a small town feel. So while the area is growing, and you definitely should look at Rock Hill, it does have that community vibe where people know each other, and it really hasn't grown to where it's just a big city. Number 3 is the North Myrtle Beach area. Looking at North Myrtle, yes, it is a touristy area. However, the reason why we look at North Myrtle and not just Myrtle Beach itself is it has lower crime rate. It's more family oriented. It's still easy to get to the beach and see the ocean. Cost of living in North Myrtle is just a little bit more affordable than the tourist trap that is Myrtle Beach. Just like the rest of the country, housing prices, cost of living, everything has gone up. But we find that it's a little bit more affordable than the Myrtle Beach area. So definitely go check out that area. Number 2 on the list is Charleston. And I know a lot of you look at the area because you want to be so close to the beach. Charleston is rich with history. It's more of, yes, a tourist trap, but it's beautiful there. You have the Battery, you have Rainbow Row. It's very walkable and has so much history in the day-to-day life. Now, around the area, you're going to look at places like Folly Beach or Isle of Palms, some more suburbs of the Charleston area that definitely have so much to offer whenever it comes to living close to the beach. Now, housing prices out there are going to be a little bit higher. Average housing out there right now is around $700,000. Unlike Myrtle Beach being the touristy town, Charleston really does have some industry there. The average income has, I'm sure, gone up since the last couple of years. But most recent we found was right around $76,000 a year. So you actually can live and work in Charleston. And It's a great day trip from my #1 spot, which is Greenville, South Carolina. Now, Greenville has a lot to offer here. You have the industry, you have the fun things to do. You're not too far from the beach, which is only about a 3.5 hour drive. And then you can be in the mountains in 30 to 45 minutes. You can be at the lakes in 30 to 45 minutes as well. So it really has a lot to offer, as well as the industry here. Greenville is not just one industry, and it has been historically very well taken care of as far as the automotive, mechanical, engineering industries here, as well as so many different other jobs. There's a lot to offer here in the upstate. So reach out to the team if you want to know more information and you're kind of doing your research about the state of South Carolina. We would love to help. Now, Greenville's home prices, or median home prices, is really around $360,000, which makes it a very affordable place to live. But just like all of these other places in South Carolina, do you actually live in the city or the suburbs? So you're gonna look at the suburbs like Simpsonville, Travelers Rest, Easley, Greer, Taylors, just to name a few. And really, those are the areas that you want to look. They have it all. It's really a fun place to live. Go watch our other videos on the channel, subscribe, make sure you get notified because we do this every week. And we give you more information to help you make the best decisions whenever you are making your move here to South Carolina. Thanks.